So I would say that driving in Israel is, first of all, especially for somebody coming from England, you have to bear in mind that you will be driving on the other side of the road. We are left-hand drive. We are right-hand drive. They are left-hand drive. So rules are absolutely on the opposite side. You sometimes forget, it's difficult. So there is an inherent risk. So you have to be very vigilant all the time when you're driving. And drive consciously and cautiously. I would say. Secondly, of course, as you know, we drive ourselves in London from place one to the other.
Sam, I'm just cutting you. Any real secret how you can switch your mind to this mode of driving? Any secret or anything? Or that's the only thing, focus?
I would say that I don't want to misguide anyone, because this could be fatal. I mean, if you're involved in an accident, that's not a good thing to do. So I wouldn't say there is a secret. There's always just a cautious and conscious driving. You always have to bear in mind that you are in. I mean, a lot of us actually drive in Europe, so we are pretty used to it. But I've been a professional driver for some time, so and I love driving. I enjoy driving. So we can really go to the stretch of the land. So we are going from south to all the way to the north.
It's very beneficial, by the way.
So yes, I mean, you could drive. In Jerusalem, yes, it was expensive to park. It was really expensive to park. I mean, in a day we have spent up to about 20 to 30 pounds for parking. But that means that we are not spending that 100 to 150 shekels on taxis and cars, and that plus for us, because we brought our parents, it was very important to have that convenience. I would drop them by Jaffa Gate and then come out and park just outside Jaffa Gate. I would drop them at Damascus Gate and then go out and park just right next to at Damascus Gate. The parking is literally just outside the stairs, so it was easy. So you have to understand how the parking restrictions apply. Their road signs are not very good. Road signs are not as good as in England.
Most of them are in Hebrew.
Most of them are in Hebrew,
and Arabic. What would you say a few words about the behavior of the drivers here? What do you say about the drivers here, local
people
drivers?
They're not careful drivers. They're careless, and not very patient. As we are taught in England, you have to be patient and you have to be courteous. No, I mean, I believe that's the way they drive. So I mean, I don't want to say they're not courteous or they're not nice, but perhaps that's the way they drive. So it's the way they are. So you have to be careful. You have to drive again when you are on. There are roundabouts in Britain. When we drive, right is right. It means if you're entering the roundabout, there's somebody on your right hand side that has the right. You give them the right. But when you're driving here, I'm driving because I'm sitting on the left side of the car. Somebody coming from the left has the right. So left has the right here, rather than right has the right. So you have to keep that in mind continuously. I mean, on bigger roads it's easy. I mean, it's just motorway driving, and what we call the slow lane is a fast lane here. So everything is opposite.
By the way, I think they do have some roundabouts here in Israel. I haven't seen many. By the way, I also drove yesterday, and what I would like to share is just focus and be very careful, and always remind yourself that I'm on the other side, because we are very much used to driving on right side, isn't it?
That's right.
Right. So when we drive here left side, you just have to continually remind yourself that we have to be driving on the right side first of all, and secondly, just focus and be conscious. You can drive it, but as Samson said, if you for a second become like careless or try to watch here and there, and if you are drawn away, be very good. That's very dangerous. But does it really save money? I mean, when you rent a car and or any other advantage you think?
In terms of renting, you have to always bear in mind that there is about £500 deposit that you have to lay down. You have to give that deposit as a security. So if you are involved in a crash or anything like that, despite the fact that you take full insurance, you would have to pay that deposit. So that's one thing to bear. Second thing is that when you're booking through, say for example, a lot of people fly with Wizz Air. So when you book flight with Wizz Air, they say, oh, book a car with us as well. You book a car and they have insured you for that. You're fully insured. But when you rent out the car, they say, oh, you're not fully insured, because you have not paid that fully insurance money to the car company. Rather, you have paid it to the Wizz Air. And they say, oh, we will, if you're involved in an accident, you pay them and we will reimburse you. So I would say that rather than buying through an airline, it would be a better idea to buy with the company directly.
Any company you would mention?
Like say for example, Hertz, Avis. They are here, but they're not the international Avis or Hertz. They're the franchisee, and so it's hard. I mean, they made us wait about 2.5 hours, which was really painful, especially with senior citizens. But ultimately, that saved us a lot of hassle. I would pick up mom, dad from hotel, we would go wherever we wanted to go, and it made life a lot easier. There's no doubt about that.
So if you think that somebody is really good in switching his brain, he or she should.
So you can show them the signs.
So let me show you the signs as well. So they are in 3 languages: Hebrews, Arabic, and English. Now basically, the English is also, I think, transliteration of Hebrews, but you can understand, you can make
because
some sense.
We can read a bit of Arabic as well. So
because letters are the same, so we can read Arabic as well. So and guys, there is another thing I want to bring in your kind notice, and that is that here in Jerusalem so far, particularly, the streets are very narrow. And that is one of the things we must be very careful.
Even for somebody who comes from London and are used to driving on narrow roads, it's hard for us as well.
Yeah.
So you be careful. And obviously,
it's
not your car; it's a rented car. You're not used to it. You don't have the exact idea of the corners and the wheels. So it's always good to be careful and be very careful.
Well, guys, I think by this discussion you might have learned something about renting a taxi, driving, and
but it can save you some money. I mean, my friend,
definitely save you.
One of my friends was here just before a day before we came to Israel, and they had a 9-seater Mercedes Vito, not a 9-seater, but 6 or 7-seater Mercedes Vito, and they were paying about $600 a day.
A day. Oh.
A day. So that was a lot of money. Yes, you can save a lot of money.
So definitely, if you can rent a car, drive safely. If you're really confident, you are confident. The first, if you are really confident and you know that you can drive and you can switch your brain to other mode of driving, amazingly, it's going to be good experience for you. You can save a lot of money. Another thing, it gives you a lot of freedom. You can go anywhere, anytime, and you can find parking somewhere nearby. Even though parking is a bit expensive, but I think it's affordable, and on the whole it saves money. It's more enjoyable. It gives you more freedom.
One thing I would like to add is you have to bear one thing: these roads are toll roads. You don't get to pay toll. So the companies have registered their cars with the toll agencies. So the deposit that you pay, they sometimes take out the toll from that money. So if you don't pay them the toll in advance, and if there are parking fines, then also they can send you the parking fines directly to you. So don't break the signals, don't park on the places you should be parking, or drive down the roads you should be driving. So you have to be careful. I mean, in short, you have to be a decent driver, a good driver, and above all, a confident driver. If you're not confident, please don't do it. It's not easy driving in Israel. But if you're confident and you can do it, yeah, then go ahead.
Yeah, well, thank you, Samson. Thank you so very much. And guys, we are not going to be any longer than this. Please, if you get time, watch this video, enjoy this video, and let me show you a few, what should I say, a few landscapes from here. And I hope you would enjoy that. Say goodbye to you. So this is how it looks like in plain, Israel. It's not mountainous here. It's a kind of plain places. And when it becomes plain, it becomes very plain, and you can see so many vineyards as well, so many trees and so many fields, roads. This is not motorway, by the way. This is their highways, one of the highways.
It's
right?
dual carriageway. Yeah,
Dual carriage,
national highways.
yes, national highways. So roads are okay, good and clean and spacious so far. So okay, guys, thank you so very much, and have a very good day. Hope to see you soon with another video. Sam, want to say hello? Bye. Bye.